Calabugas with Think Future. Now, I've been an ambivert most of my life. At least, I feel like I've been an ambivert because everyone knows that the description of an introvert is somebody who is sort of, their energy is sucked away by people. So when they hang out with people, at the end of the day, when they're hanging out with people, their energy is gone, right? Other people suck away their energy. At least that's one aspect of being an introvert. Whereas with an extroverts get charged by being with other people. When they're around other people power them up. You know, it's kind of like they're in a charger and they get more juice from other people. And introverts seem to get more juice when they're alone. They can refresh themselves when they're on their own. Being with other people depletes them. Whereas for an extrovert, being with other people energizes them, and when they're not with other people, they're depleted. Now, I found, and I think most people have found, is that you cannot be successful on your own. You just can't do it. It's very, very rare where you have a single founder company that does spectacularly well. The only example I can think of right now off the top of my head is eBay. eBay was a single founder company, and the guy's name was Pierre, and I don't remember what his last name. I believe he was French, and he was trying to sell his girlfriend's Pez collection online or something like that. Early days. But most founding teams consist of two types of individuals. You have what I like to call a Kirk and a Scotty. And you've got the Scotty, who is an introverted individual who works in the engine room, keeps the enterprise going, keeps the lights on. And then you have the Kirk, who's out there, the extrovert, out there talking to people, communicating with people, connecting with people, getting people to see the product, getting people to understand the product, yada, yada, yada. And for some reason, the extroverted person always seems to be feel more valuable to the company because they're out there pitching. And that's why, a lot of salespeople are extroverts, whereas the introverts don't get the same credit. And if you look at these teams of individuals, Gates and Allen, Jobs and Wozniak, all of these people, the introvert always seems not to do as well financially as the extrovert. So it seems to me that in all these startup companies, in all these companies, period, founders need a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like I said, I'm an ambivert, which is a relatively new thing, which means I'm not charged up by people or I'm not depleted by people, right? I don't know what that means, but I think every startup needs to have an extrovert on staff to be able to do that thing. Because I think I mentioned it before that right now we're in this new wave of introversion. Never before in the history of humankind have we been able to actually be with and communicate with other people while actually not being in communication with those people. We don't have to physically be in front of anybody to communicate with them. So we've built these tools, telecommuting, telepresence tools, that allow us to not be with other people, but still communicate to other people. So this is great for introverts. Introverts love this. And it's not just with the pandemic and Zoom, it's everything. It's Facebook, it's Messenger, it's all these tools that we've built to be able to communicate to other people in remote locations without actually being in front of them, without physically being in the same room with them. And what's this done is it's created a whole new, I don't know if it's a generation, but a whole new cadre of introverts. And this whole new cadre of introverts, they're just as creative as the extroverts. They want to get out there and they want to build new businesses. They want to be entrepreneurs too. But the problem is that they don't have the social skills required to be the Kirk of the organization. So they end up being the Scotty of the organization. And I got to tell you, when I was a Scotty, I've been Scotty for a lot of roles in my life, and it's no fun. The Kirk gets the fun, and Scotty is just in the engine room stoking the boiler. So what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say is that, sure, all startups need a Kirk and a Scotty, but there's no reason why you can't be both. There's no reason why you can't be enough of a Kirk when you need to be a Kirk, and enough of a Scotty when you need to be a Scotty. And if you're a Scotty, maybe you need to be more of a Kirk. And if you're a Kirk, maybe you need to be more of a Scotty. Understand the other prototype. Understand the extroverts. Understand the introverts. Work together better. Think of it this way. You're not against each other. You complement each other. That's why, if you ask me, the best startups are the ones that have a Kirk and a Scotty. You need a Kirk and a Scotty, and you need the Kirk and Scotty to each respect each other so that you can get through and build a startup that will last and grow and become a multi-million-dollar business, or even a unicorn, a billion-dollar business. You need a Kirk, you need a Scotty, you need an extrovert, you need an introvert, you need a combination of the two complementing each other to build the most powerful startup.